Whatever you do, make sure that you don't become homeless, because now, not affording to own or rent a house is probably a crime. California governor has issued an executive order to remove all homeless encampments throughout the state of California. This follows a Supreme Court's decision which effectively criminalizes homelessness. California is home to nearly one-third of all the homeless population in the United States, and nearly half of those living without shelter. Before the Supreme Court's ruling, cities had to provide enough shelter before the clearing of the encampments. Now, this requirement is no longer necessary, and the law enforcement can sweep encampments without offering any alternative shelters. California has around 180,000 homeless people and only 70,000 shelter beds available, leaving around 110,000 people with no place to go. With a GDP of $3.9 trillion, California is the largest state economy in the US and the fifth largest economy in the world. For comparison, California's 39 million residents live in an economy larger than India's 1.4 billion residents. Yet, California is home to one-third of America's homeless population. Over the past 5 years, California has spent more than $20 billion combating homelessness. California state could have just paid out the rents for every homeless person living in the state, even at the state's high home costs. But the state thinks that this is a bad solution. Why? Because two-thirds of the homeless people are experiencing mental health problems. So instead, the state spends $4 billion on mental health treatments on the homeless people while they're still living on the streets. So California combats homelessness by giving direct aid or money to the homeless people, right? No, of course not. California combats homelessness by giving aid to developers in the form of $2 billion tax credit to build affordable housing, resulting in only 481 units completed so far, and also by giving money to local governments to buy properties like motels and commercial buildings and turn them into permanent affordable housing, creating just 13,500 units so far. And California combats homelessness by paying private firms to clear homeless camps. Private firms have been paid at least $100 million over the past decade to clear California's homeless camps. One single contract was a $23 million contract with one single company to clear camps along state-maintained roads in different California cities. It can cost millions to clear a single camp. One company received $3.4 million to dismantle a community of only 200 homeless residents. This does not account for spending on city employees and police forces who accompany private contractors on the sweeps. The police presence in one sweep in Los Angeles costs an estimated $2 million. Because the residents in the camps are homeless, they simply just move to another public space and set up a new homeless camp. And the cycle of homelessness continues. If you want to benefit from billions of state funds dedicated to combat homelessness, you better be a property developer or a private sweep contractor to qualify. Because if you're actually homeless, unfortunately, you won't get much. Meanwhile, the number of homeless people keeps on growing, and the billions of taxpayer dollars spent on local government initiatives and private firms keeps on growing as well.